Yes, I said dreams. Are they reflections of one's everyday life? A mirror to one's soul? Or perhaps a door to the future or another dimension? My name is Bill. I'm the host of Call Us Now, and tonight we'll be talking about dreams. Welcome to Call Us Now, the all-new improved Call Us Now, I might say. And let me tell all you out there that yes, it is true. The rumors are confirmed. The crew and cast of Call Us Now will be taking on the crew and cast of the Spud Goodman Show in Whirlyball. We'll tell you more about that at a later time when everything is confirmed and the date is nailed down. But also I'd like to say that if you would like to write to Call Us Now, we'll give that an address at the end of the show. It'll be put up, and if it's not up there, well, then you can get it next week. If you write to us and we use your topic, we'll give you a Call Us Now t-shirt. Tonight's topic was sent in by Dave Hines of North Seattle. Let me now introduce our panel of experts on the topic of dreams. First of all, to my left, Mr. Paul Titan, who is a dreamer. Nice to have you here.
And I was just dreaming, Bill. I was just dreaming a minute ago. It was something about a marmot on Mount Rainier. A marmot. Except this marmot had my mother's face. My mother's face was on this marmot, and the sun came up, and it was beautiful. Oh, I felt something for that marmot. I felt something. But I got to get it back now because I don't know what I felt about that marmot with my mother's face. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Get it back.
Maybe you'll dream it again.
I can do that sometimes. It's great when that happens.
Let me introduce our next panel member, who is Dr. Gretchen Schnitzel, who is a sleep psychologist originally from the University of Cologne in Germany. Nice to have you here.
It's very nice to be here. I am from the University of Cologne. I'm a sleep psychologist, and I'm working for the BCC sleep section of this semester's psychology course. And I've been doing some experiments here, and I have brought one of my patients with me, and he's come, and we are here to introduce a new wonderful piece of technology that we have just discovered that has worked, and we are here to perform for you tonight on Call Us Now. It is very, very exciting. I'm very excited to be here.
I'm looking forward to that, and incidentally, this student is Doug Sparks, who I understand is 41 years old and has been a student at Bellevue Community College for a very, very long time. Nice to have you here.
Stay awake, Mr. Sparks. Stay awake, Mr. Sparks. We're here. Stay awake.
What's wrong with him? There's something wrong with him, I think.
There's nothing wrong with Mr. Sparks. He is a perfect specimen for this particular experiment.
Off of that table,
stay awake, specimen. Mr. Sparks. Mr. Sparks, stay awake. Stay awake.
Oh.
Perhaps I should do a little bit of explaining here.
I think perhaps you should.
I have a few things here that, in order to make this experiment work, I have to keep Mr. Sparks awake. And by using your basic elements here, we have the heat element. This iron consists of the heat element. And then I have a bowl of cold water.
I think he's about to go again here.
No, wake up, Mr. Sparks. Stay awake.
The cold water.
The cold water and basic sound. Stay awake. There, you see? We have to keep him awake this way so we can show you the apparatus that we have to show here tonight on Call Us Now.
What has this got to do with dreaming? I think dreaming is something wonderful and magical with suns and moons and stars, and you can trip the light fantastic anytime you want. What has that got to do with hot irons and hitting pot lids?
This is just all a message. Stay awake. This is all a message of keeping him awake so we can stimulate the dreams. I've done extensive study in this, I know.
I understand we have a caller on the line, so let's take a phone call from a viewer. Hi there.
Hi.
You got a question for us tonight on dreams?
What kind of dreams have you had?
Me personally? Oh, excuse me personally, or some of the people on the panel?
Some of the people.
You don't care about me, do you? Okay. Well, let's just ask the panel then.
Well, once I had this dream, and it happens once in a while, and I was dreaming that every time I ate a pumpkin, every time I ate a pumpkin seed, a million women would stop having their periods. I didn't know whether or not to keep eating. I didn't know. I was faced with this great dilemma. I don't know, keep eating or don't keep eating. What do you think, Doctor?
Well, I would say that is a very interesting dream. The pattern with which you are dreaming, the women and the seeds, suggests to me a fertility dream.
And I felt very powerful suddenly eating these seeds. Very powerful.
That represents the male in you.
522-3564 is our number here at Call Us Now. Call us live. Ask your questions about dreams. Let me ask the panel a question. This is something that I've heard a lot about for a long time. I've always heard that if you dream that you die, that in fact you really do die. And I was curious if anyone has had a dream in which they died, or if that's true or unfounded. I want an answer.
Well, we haven't really quite got to that part of using the apparatus. See, this apparatus will bring home some of the myths and the truths about dreaming.
Some of the what? Pardon me?
The myths and the truths about dreaming. If you just hold off on those kind of questions, we can perhaps get to that. If Mr. Sparks will stay awake.
I have never dreamt that I was dead. I have dreamt many times that I was dying. But usually something like mother's milk comes and saves me. Something like mother's milk. It saves me. Before death is what I'm saying. I just wonder. I don't know whether to drink sometimes. I don't know.
Let's go back to our phones and the viewers at home. Hi there.
Hello. Yes, I'd like to know how long the guy's been awake, the subject.
Good question.
Oh. Well, Mr. Sparks has been awake for about 14 days now. The process of keeping him awake has been, as you see, especially now, very, very difficult. We have to keep him awake for 14 days exactly to increase the stimuli in the frontal part of his head. You see where we have these wires attached? This is where all the dream activity happens. And as the days go on and the nights get long and he gets very, very exhausted, this stimulates the activity in his brain, moves and moves and moves. That way, the apparatus that we have will pick up.
Now,
Stay awake.
why would someone volunteer to do this? I don't know. Is Doug capable of answering? He looks awfully tired and awful bad shape.
Mr. Sparks, you have been asked a question. A question, Mr. Sparks. Can you understand?
Yes. Every night I have a dream that it's the end of the quarter and there's a class that I didn't realize I had, and it's time for the exam, and I didn't study, and I volunteered because I thought that maybe I could get that dream to stop.
He also volunteered because we pay $20 a day.
I need the money.
There you go.
$20 a day to come down and you keep us awake?
That's right. It's very important studies that we do. $20 a day, we do this experiment, and we have no background on him. You see, that is part of the experiment. I chose from applicants just from looking at them. We didn't have them write out any applications. I want to get everything about this man from his dreams. I will analyze everything about him, his family life, his personal life. I will analyze his whole being from just his dreams. Very
interesting. Now, Paul, I've got a question for you. Have you ever had a dream which contained any kind of animal or object that looked anything like this?
Well, as a matter of
Like a
fact, that,
spaceship or something? I don't know.
well, yes, spaceship doesn't first come to mind, but now that you say spaceship, I've had many close encounter dreams. That is so terrible. I would not do this for $20. Have this wretched woman prod me with an iron. Anyway, sometimes I'm dreaming and a space capsule comes down and the door opens up, and if I've had chili or something, it's always my father, and he's got electrodes and he tries to put them all over my body. Oh, I run and run, but sometimes the rays, they chase you down. They chase you. You cannot run. Your legs go and the scenery moves back quickly, but you're not moving. Oh, I hate those dreams so much.
This is a common dream. This is common.
We've got a caller on the line. Hi, caller.
Hi.
You got a question for us tonight?
Yeah. What kind of dreams do you have? Do you have scary ones or fantasy?
Well, before the panel answers that, I've got a question for you. And that, do you have scary dreams? And maybe you could tell us a little about a dream you've had.
Sometimes.
Sometimes you do have scary dreams.
Yeah. Well, want me to tell you one?
Make it quick. Do the abridged version.
Okay. One time there was this Freddy guy and he came at me and he slashed me in the stomach and guts came out.
That'd be pretty darn scary, I think. I don't know if any of the panelists had anything similar to that.
I used to lose limbs constantly in dreams, all the time, and appendages would be strewn about the floor. But I learned as I became more experienced dreamer and I paid more attention that you could pull them and put them back onto your body. That's an important thing, I think, for a child to learn, to put his guts back in and come out whole. It's very important. I've got thousands of dreams I could talk and talk.
I'm kind of curious what Gretchen's doing over there.
I have to keep him awake. The heat is not working, so I will pack this warm area here with ice cubes. That will keep him a little bit more awake. See, he's coming to. He's coming to.
Now, is he going to dream better after all of this? Is that the point, that he dreams better?
Not that the dream is better, that the apparatus will pick up the vibrations happening in the frontal part of his brain. You see? You see, this is where the wires are attached.
I don't see any vibrations going on in that guy at all, I'll tell you.
Of course,
I think you got a loser as a patient there.
Of course you cannot see the vibrations. It is happening in the apparatus. Stay awake, Mr. Sparks.
Yeah, well, that works.
Let's go back to the phones. Hi there.
Yeah, I'm just got a quick question here. Didn't they this is Rich the Man-Child anyways, but I'm wondering, did they outlaw that with the electrodes and all that, with them cow sticks and stuff, with the lightning and stuff? Didn't they outlaw that for medicine?
The cattle prod kind of method?
Yeah, that's what that chick's using on that guy, man. I was watching this animal thing yesterday, and that's how they're treating him. It's like an animal. Come on.
I would like to address this caller simply because Mr. Sparks is a willing participant in this experiment. He could stop at any time. I want that to be known.
Well, can I talk to him then? Look, he's dying, man.
Mr. Sparks.
I'm sorry.
You
Stay awake. You have a question.
That's sad. Watching him, like that with electrodes on there and stuff, man.
These are not electrodes. These are the part of the apparatus. Oh, sorry.
I don't see any cattle prod either. Is that
There's
part
no
of?
cattle prod.
Do you ever use a cattle prod at all?
No, we never use a cattle prod. It is unsafe. But I think he's about ready to sleep. If perhaps we can, Mr. Sparks, we are going to let you go to sleep now. Okay?
Oh, that makes me really happy.
Okay. Now, if I have this apparatus plugged in correctly, it should appear right on the monitor inside the studio here.
Does he need to lay down, or
yes,
he's got to fall asleep?
Mr. Sparks.
He's got to lay down first here.
We are going to be able to actually witness his dreams while he's having them?
We will. We'll be
that's-
able to see. With this particular apparatus, there's nothing else known to man.
It's not.
Watch out.
You have
And we
to.
will be able to witness his dreams, and I will take notes and explain them to you.
Okay. Is he going to drop right off? Do we have to sing him a lullaby?
No,
or-
he should, as soon as his head hits the pillow, he should be out and dreaming, and it should appear right on the monitor.
On the.
And then we will actually see what he's dreaming.
We
Is that
will
what you're-
see what
Okay.
he's
This is
dreaming.
unbelievable.
Okay. Let's
Okay,
see.
Mr.
Is he
Sparks,
asleep
be
here?
careful.
What's
Be
that?
careful.
What's going on?
Now, as soon as the rapid eye movement will begin, here.
Is he dreaming a phone number?
Just go to sleep. Tell me what you are dreaming. Just go very slow and tell me what you are dreaming.
Doctor, I swear I've never had these thoughts in my conscious mind. I'm embarrassed. Doctor, I'm sorry, Doctor. I'm sorry. Doctor, oh, so humiliating. I've never wanted a shark in my pocket. Never.
Be careful! You might hurt yourself!
Doctor, can I wake up now? Please. Please.
Whoa. Whoa.
Mr. Sparks, wake up.
For God's sake, wake him up.
Wake up, Mr. Sparks.
That was his dream?
That was his dream.
Wake him up.
That is his dream.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What do you have to say for yourself, Mr. Sparks?
I'm a little embarrassed with some of the stuff I dreamed, but I'm sorry. I don't know why I dreamed that. I've never had a conscious thought of you in that way before. I'm very sorry.
Oh, I don't think the woman represented me at all. Oh, no. I think you're misinterpreting
But that was
at
you.
all. Oh, no. That's someone that looked like me, that perhaps represented the feminine part of you. That's what I see. The part about the woman getting shot represented the feminine side of you as a young boy. And when you shot the feminine part, that is when you decided that you were going to be heterosexual. You see? You see the male and female counterpart
I don't
there?
see that at all.
Yes, I see that.
I think he was having a wet dream about you, Gretch.
I just saw something, just the whole thing is so disjointed. I feel so sorry for you. I wonder if maybe when the ice cubes in the crotch and the cattle prods and the irons all stop, perhaps you go back to dreaming about something like, I don't know, mountains and oceans and flying. I was sick.
Well, I think there was definitely some sexual overtones to that
Oh,
particular
yeah.
dream.
Oh, I think there's a few.
I think that everyone has those types of dreams, and it is something that should be addressed.
I feel a lot better.
So
Do you?
that 2 minutes of sleep.
It's kind of all I need, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You learn to get by on that little sleep when you're a student like I've been and carry 8 to 10 hours a quarter. You've got to learn to not have as much sleep as regular people. So, yeah, the 2 minutes is great.
I
You
wonder.
see the purpose of this particular apparatus. You stay awake for 14 days, you dream, you can videotape your dream, put it in the TV, watch it again, analyze the images that are happening, and then you don't need so much sleep. Then you only need 2 minutes. You save all that time.
I would like to volunteer for your program.
I've got several
I would
brochures
really-
right here.
I dreamt once that Raquel Welch and I, we were dancing on the surface of the sun. And her clothes, they were consumed by fire, and suddenly they were gone. And her breasts had holes in them like bowling balls. I want to volunteer. I'd like to see that on my video recorder.
By the way, that is an absolutely fascinating machine that can show you your dreams.
That's right.
Let's go back to our phones, take a phone call. Hello, thank you for calling Call Us Now.
What I want to say is that I don't think it was the dream. It didn't represent somebody else. It actually represented her, because she's a pretty hot babe, and if she quit hiding behind science, her femininity would show.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I'm going to dream about her this very night, and I will not be ashamed of the various apparatus that I am using. Here's my...
You are also very flattering, Americans. Thank you.
Please call me. I would like that.
Now, Doug, have you ever had dreams about Dr. Schnitzel before? Or, I mean, you can let us know. I mean, it's part of
Well, I only met
results.
her 2 weeks ago, and this is the first sleep I've gotten in a couple of weeks. So
We have been working very closely together.
So what you're saying is this is kind of a natural thing to happen then for him to have dreams about you.
Of course, it's a very stressful part. I represent for Mr. Sparks something that is very, very stressful in his life. He associates me with the stress, and a lot of the way the stress is released is through sexual thoughts and fantasies.
But Gretchen, let me ask you a question, and that's what have you been dreaming about the last 2 weeks? Anyone been in your dreams?
Well, I haven't really. I don't dream.
Not at all?
No.
you didn't even have just a little tiny dream about me?
Well, perhaps. I haven't used the apparatus myself. I haven't been able to carefully analyze what the symbols that I am dreaming of mean. And
Once I dreamed that I was at the zoo, and I found myself suddenly in the elephant's cage, and then I was an elephant, but I looked around and felt horrified to realize that all of the other elephants' trunks were much longer than mine. I just couldn't understand how unfair this was.
well, I think that represents something about job hunting. Are you an unemployed man right now?
Well, I'm sort of between work, yes, but I
Yeah,
don't
see?
quite see it,
Yes,
but-
yes. You see, the trunks represent a briefcase. And you don't have a job. So your
Right.
briefcase is much smaller, not quite as long, not quite as beefy as the other trunks.
I see. That somehow relieves the anxiety of the whole experience.
See, by understanding our dreams, we have opened up the inside to our brain and can understand our anxieties.
Well, once I was a parrot and my tail was shorter than all the other parrots. Is that also a work anxiety dream?
Now, the parrot represents vanity, and you probably had a bad haircut.
Well, I did. I'd gone to Supercuts, and I even tipped her $1. She butchered me. Huh. Fascinating.
We're going back to the phones here. Hi, caller.
Yes, I have a two-part question, if that's all right.
Two-parter, huh? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to know how many subjects the doctor has evaluated, and also if she's written a book, and if she has, what's the name of it?
Okay.
Well, to answer the first part of the question, Mr. Sparks is my first subject with the apparatus. I will be taking applications, as I have said before, to use the apparatus more. Mind you, you must be willing to stay up for 14 days straight so we can get the activity moving in the front part of the brain.
$20 a day.
$20 a day. Then, after I have studied a few subjects, I will write a book about the sleep apparatus and hopefully get it on the market, because I think there is a big market out there for it. So perhaps we will, I'll be taking suggestions for how to name that particular book. Maybe I will find it in my dreams, so to speak.
Yeah. Have any of you had dreams about like flying? These are like common ones that I've had a lot, like flying through the air like Superman, or maybe like going to school and being naked and everyone else is wearing clothes. Ever had one of those before?
Not me.
I have had those dreams so many times. I just love those dreams. Sometimes I'm naked at school and I'm flying. I just combine them all and just soar above all the rest of them. Sometimes I crawl and try to look under the little girls' skirts. But those are just some of my favorite dreams. They sort of make me sad to think that I'm not dreaming right now. I'm out here.
We've got a caller.
Yeah, I got 3 things to say. First of all, you know that guy in the green sweater?
Okay.
I think he's not getting enough nookie. Okay, now here's my other 2 questions to the chick. I was wondering, does she do this work because she doesn't dream and that compensates for her not dreaming? And what does she think about deja vu ones? You know, where you're driving down the road and you see the road, you're dreaming about it, then about a week later, you're driving down the same road? Tell me.
Well, that is very interesting subject, deja vu. I do believe my perception of deja vu is that it has to do with, if you notice every time you experience a deja vu, the moments before deja vu happen, you have spaced out. If you think about it, if you really think about it, think about deja vu. Think about the few seconds. I think that there is a time lapse and that you have expelled yourself into a time warp. And that is when you experience the deja vu, because you have gone right ahead into space. You have just zipped a little bit ahead into space,
I think it's interesting that he knew that about me.
Yes, and that you just don't know that is happening until it is already.
Sorry, I interrupted that.
Bill, wake up. Wake up. It's time to do the show. Okay? What? Come on, get ready. Time to do the show. Show. Oh my God, it was all a dream. Oh, God, it was an awful nightmare. Oh, man. Oh, here. Hi. Thanks for coming tonight. We're going to be going on the air here in a second. Oh, I'm sorry, I dozed off. Better get your mics on. We're going on in a second. Thanks for coming, and I think we're going to be on here in a second.
Okay, we're on 5, 4.
Hey, we're about to stop.
We're going on. Dreams. Yes, that's right, I said dreams. Reflections of one's life, mirrors of one's soul, or a door to the future, or perhaps another dimension. My name is Bill. Welcome to Call Us Now, and tonight we're going to be talking about dreams.